Return on Courage by Ryan Berman. I actually met the author here. Really great guy, very accomplished, super smart, down to earth, and I'm very impressed by his book. It's not just a book, but it's a kind of a workbook too. There's areas within the book to fill out and get you ready to make a courageous change, and that's really what all this book is about how to snap out of it, if you will, and become a courageous brand and do things that could potentially be scary or damaging it if done incorrectly to your company and your brand. But his stance is that you need to do that to really accomplish more than your competitors and stand out and really dominate everybody and be that brand that makes a spectacular change. The status quo is not going to work anymore, and something he says frequently in the book is what got you here won't get you there. I'm paraphrasing, maybe that's not exactly what it says, but that's the whole thing, is how to make a big change. If you've heard my other book reviews, you know that I love stories, and he has got some spectacular stories he tells in this book. Starting right off in the beginning, he tells this great story about Domino's and how their pizza was terrible quality and they had this horrible reputation that went along with it. And the new CEO who came in made a spectacular change in Domino's pizza, redoing everything from the crust up, and which was a courageous thing to do when they have so many retail chains and people's jobs on the line, and decided to have a marketing campaign that was very, very aggressive or courageous to go along with it, claiming that their pizza sucked. And that telling everybody that they completely redid everything from the crust up, new dough, new sauce, new cheese, new toppings. Everything was new. It was a totally new pizza, and it went over spectacularly, which it could have not gone over spectacularly. And the stock price skyrocketed, and it was a great success. And it was because everybody took that risk and went for it. Could have been the end of this new CEO's career, but it ended up working out. And that's what he's encouraging you to do in this book, is to look at your own organization and figure out what you can do to be courageous and do things that are going to make you different, because different is better than better. He's basically, one of the quotes I have here is, the ultimate goal is to put your company in a position to create new products or services that can one day be an industry fear to the competitors in your category. That takes courageous efforts in new investments of dollars. And, he's talking about advertising campaigns that could be risky. It's a good book for people who own a company that's either really established and looking to redo their image, their public perception, and perhaps even their product. And it's a good book, I think, for people in my position who have younger growing businesses that are looking to make sure that they're headed in a direction that they can be in for long term. And, how can they stand out from their competitors? One of the things he talks about in that is creating a believership. Your employees, your people, your network, your people that vouch for you and trust you and talk to you, and your community of people that buy into what you're selling, your mantra. What are the employees really on your side, or are they fake believers? One of the things it says in here that I like, here I'll quote, "How do you know if you have staff who are believership worthy? When they're willing to bet on themselves, embrace the specialness of these willing people. When you run into unique, proactive types, bring them onto your team and partner with them like-minded, committed people." That is a very well-said paragraph, and those are the type of people that I am looking to hire, and that, I thought, phrased it really well. It's okay to hire people that are like that. And, this guy, Ryan, has so many quotes from spectacular books and I love great quotes. He's got great stories from other companies too, which that I like, that are just fun to read, of brands that were courageous. Royal Caribbean doubling the size of their cruise ships. That's a big risk, and they didn't know if it would work, put the whole company on the line. HBO opening up HBO Go, making it more accessible for more people. Black & Decker and DeWalt. Black & Decker shutting down its brand name in the commercial space and moving everything into DeWalt was a great success, but highly risky because Black & Decker was so recognizable. CVS stopping selling cigarettes. I mean, the list goes on of all these courageous examples of brands that tried things and worked out. And, I want to encourage you to read this book if you are the type of person that isn't sure if you should take a big risk and make a big jump and try something that you're totally unsure about. I'll leave you with this quote to wrap up this book, put a bow on it here. "Fear is the thief of dreams." And it's probably true. It stops a lot of people from doing what they really want to. False evidence appearing real. Fear fuels our speculation, making it easy for us to freak ourselves out. The trepidation paints fictitious, ugly portraits played out in our minds as failures or firings. Don't be afraid to try something. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Put your company out there and try things that are different and that will stand out. And if you need help figuring out what that is, how to create something special and do something unique for your organization, I would encourage you to read Return on Courage by Ryan Berman and go through and do the workbook in the book. It gives you a chance to thoughtfully reflect on what you're doing on a day-to-day basis with your company and give you a chance to see where you want to be and what you might do to get yourself to the next level. My name's Bobby Dietz. Again, this is a book review on Return on Courage by Ryan Berman. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.